In the Witcher 2 Wild Hunt, we never truly understood who Avallach is or what his real motivations are. But there's a quest that reveals hidden secrets about his true intentions with Ciri. In this video, we are diving deep into the Child of the Elder Blood quest to uncover the disturbing hidden secrets within Avallac'h's laboratory. This quest takes place just before the final battle with Eredin. Ciri expresses her concerns about Avallac'h's true motivations, and Yennefer fully agrees with her. Geralt, however, not completely convinced, ultimately agrees to accompany them to investigate the laboratory. Once inside, the eerie atmosphere of the lab sets in as they begin their search for answers. Among the artifacts and books, they find numerous hand-drawn portraits of Ciri carefully placed on a table.
Portrait of Ciri, I think.
No, that's not me. Where's the scar?
It's definitely you. Really captured you. Sure Avallac'h's only interested in you for your magic abilities?
Very funny.
While searching, Geralt finds a genealogical chart on the wall. He calls Yennefer and Ciri over to examine it. The chart traces the direct bloodline from Laura Doran to Ciri, meticulously documented and studied. Upon closer inspection, Yennefer uncovers shocking detail in Avallac'h's notes. He had been studying Elder Blood for nearly 200 years, and the ultimate goal of creating a genetic mixture like Ciri's, but without the human element.
Genealogical chart of the Yennefer, the Elder Blood, from Laura Doran.
To me. You never showed me the full version. I had no idea Viedmont of Eden was an ancestor. Was he the one who punished his daughters with a hot iron? Or the one who had his own father's eyes gouged out?
Him of the daughters. My, even I'd never seen the full version. Seems Avallach has analyzed all the parts of Lara's gene, even those we thought extinct.
Let's look at his notes.
Gods, he spent over 2 centuries on this. He was the first to study Lara's gene. Volker? Some entries about Ciri, but it's here, later, that things get interesting. He actually tried to cultivate a genetic mix like Ciri's, but one excluding the human line.
Meaning what exactly? That I ought to be looking about for giant jars holding my siblings?
Don't be foolish. Avallach never got that far. Apparently all his experiments ended in failure. You are unique.
And that's why we've the Wild Hunt to contend with. Let's ferret on. See if we can't find something even more interesting.
During their search, Ciri encounters a familiar face, the elven woman from Avallac'h. Their conversation, however, takes a sharp and unpleasant turn. The elf makes degrading remarks about Ciri, exposing Annel's true perspective of her. According to her, Avallach sees Ciri as nothing more than an experimental tool, something to be studied, not protected.
Like what?
He said you shared Lara's features. I don't see whatever it is he sees. It seems a bit like trying to drink water from a mud puddle. But I imagine that belief somehow helps him with his task.
The conversation leaves Ciri angry and disheartened, reinforcing her growing mistrust. Seeing Ciri's frustration, Geralt tries to lighten the mood in his own way. Without a word, he begins smashing elven artifacts and tools around the lab. Ciri, surprised at first, quickly finds the idea appealing. Soon enough, the duo wrecking the lab, smashing tables, steering through Avallac'h's roads, and revealing their rebellion. It's a moment of catharsis for Ciri, allowing her to vent her frustration. Yennefer, watching from the sidelines, is initially amused, But even she isn't immune to the desire to retaliate against Avallach. Walking over to a large portrait of him, she calmly draws a fake beard and mustache, adding her own touch to the destruction.
There, that's better. Let's get out of here.
After the destruction, the trio decides to leave the lab. Once outside, Ciri brings up Skjal, the Skellige warrior who once helped her escape the Wild Hunt. When she learns the tragic fate, she is visibly saddened and asks Geralt to accompany her to his grave. At this point, the player has two choices: agree to accompany Ciri, which will ultimately trigger a quest to visit Skjal's grave, but upon refusal, Ciri reacts with frustration and sadness. She throws a temper tantrum. Even Yennefer fails to console her. In frustration, Yennefer leaves via a portal, leaving Geralt to watch Ciri silently, his face filled with regret.
Visit his grave with me. I'd like to say goodbye.
Ciri, no time for that.
You can go later. We've more important things to do now.
Yes, there are always more important things.
I'll talk to her. You're liable to spill.
That's it for today. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the Witcher 3 lore and want to hear more stories from the Witcher universe, be sure to subscribe and leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Avallac's true intentions, protector or manipulator? See you in the next one, and remember, stay sharp on the path.